Scotland. Oh, Scotland. Bagpipes, haggis, and still game. These are just some of the events that encompass Scotland's wide history. But today we're going to talk about a specific event. Not just any event. An event that has been going on since 2000 BC. One of the most unique athletic exhibitions in the world's history. Ladies and gentlemen, the Highland Games. First of all, I just want to welcome you to another episode of Culture Shock. I haven't done this in a minute. This is basically where I look into other cultures, especially since I'm American. I kind of want to look into all these other different cultures of other countries to kind of get a feel of what life is like outside of where I'm at, just to explore new things, just to learn new information. So today we're going to do a brief history of the Highland Games. Today I'm not going to talk about the bagpipe playing or any of the light events or the running events. I want to talk about the heavy events. The events that really make the Highland Games stand out. These are most of the events that people think of when they think of the Highland Games. Like, most people think of the Highland Games as kind of like a strongman competition in a way. But meanwhile, I'm going to show you some of the events that these extraordinary athletes compete in as a part of the Highland Games. We got the caber toss, where athletes are throwing a 19.5-foot, 130-pound log and seeing how far they can get. They're literally throwing it for distance. And you have to understand the amount of balance you have to have, because obviously the center of gravity for this log is not in your favor. So just take a look at my man Chris. Let's watch him. And also, it is customary that all athletes that compete in the heavy events have to wear kilts, even if you're not Scottish. Oh, that's not a good throw. The next one is the 22-pound hammer throw. This is kind of like an Olympic event in a way, like the shot put is. It's like the same kind of like caged throwing area. So basically they swing this 22-pound hammer around a couple times and they throw for distance. As you see, this is reminiscent of an Olympic event. This is kind of like javelin throw and a little like discus, really. This is kind of like discus is in the Olympics. Of course, what would the Highland Games be without the classic shot put event? Or they call it the stone put, as the games refer to it. But it is basically your typical Olympic shot put, high school, whatever. But the stone is 18 pounds. So this is a lot bigger than any of your stones that you probably ever thrown in your life as a shot putter. This next throw is called the weight over the bar, and it's literally just throwing a weight over a bar, and as they complete the heights, they raise the bar every time. So basically whoever gets the highest distance wins the weight over the bar event. And we've actually had some legendary athletes compete in the Highland Games. We're talking about Eddie Hall, 2017 World's Strongest Man, and deadlift world record holder for a minute. He actually deadlifted 500 kilograms, which is 1,102 pounds. This man deadlifted 1,100 pounds. You have Brian Shaw, who was a 4-time World's Strongest Man. Robert Oberst, who is a World's Strongest Man finalist and once held the American dead log lift record at 465 pounds. You got Nick Best, who is a World's Strongest Man finalist and a powerlifting champion. You got Tom and Luke Stoltman. Tom Stoltman is a 2-time World's Strongest Man. Luke Stoltman actually did compete in World's Strongest Man. And you also even have Hafthor Bjornsson competed in World's Strongest Man several years in a row, won it in 2018, and is also been featured on Game of Thrones. So, this is a very unique event in Scottish history. I kind of wanted to just go over the heavy events because, as a fan of strongman events myself, I don't know, I just like watching. And it's always just amazed me how these athletes are able to do stuff like this, But this is just a brief history of the Highland Games. Definitely drop some more unique events. Something cool. I like these little short, cool videos about, different things. This is what the Culture Shock series is about. Kind of introducing people to new things that they usually would not be introduced to. But thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate y'all so much. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, don't forget to turn on my post notifications if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay on the grind. Be safe. I'm out. Peace.